Now, it's time for our next speaker. Hold on. He is, of course, waiting in the wings, Mr. Ben Reyes, Shopper Marketing Lead of Leo Burnett Manila. Ben is the Shopper Marketing Lead of Leo Burnett Manila. Prior to this, he was the Group Account Director of and Business Director Unit of handling major clients of the agency. He was also Chief Marketing Officer for Solar Interactive and Zed Philippines. He was also the Senior Product Manager of Nextel Philippines, so a very accomplished fellow we have here. He will be talking to us about the multi-channel shoppers and the evolving role of retail stores. Please, let's welcome Mr. Ben Reyes.
Thank you, Warren. Good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone today? I'm very happy to be with the current crop of digital marketers. In the early days, I was also in digital marketing, handling Zed Philippines. So if you wasted your money on ringtones and logos in the past, that was my fault. So my apologies for that. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Manny Fernando, Mr. Norman Agatep, Ms. Noreen Babiera, and the whole organizing committee. Thank you for letting us be part of the IMAP this year. And we do hope to add to the already considerable knowledge database you have generated in the past few days. Okay? So, let's get right down to it. Let me start off with our core philosophy in Leo Burnett, as it is relevant to the subject at hand. It is also a shameless plug for my company because they pay for my salary. So, our core philosophy actually is humankind. And then what is that? Okay. We believe that every marketing challenge begins and ends with two things. It's people and their behavior. Okay. So by unearthing a deeper understanding of why and how people do what they do, can we come up with creative solutions that measurably impact their behavior? Okay. And we are talking about behavior, because we have been seeing an ongoing shift in shopper behavior. Shoppers now shop in a multi-channel world. Shoppers are now transitioning in the path purchase from online to offline very seamlessly. Just some sound bites from major retailers. They have seen this. The shopping journey is going online and offline all the time, according to Amazon. Actually, they are building an offline store, a real brick-and-mortar store. The multi-channel development manager of Marks & Spencer has said that I think our store managers now increasingly see themselves as multi-channel retailers. And even here in China, the president of Walmart China said, that online e-commerce is just a matter of time. It will come. We are very excited about it. Okay. From a personal experience, I'm sure everyone here has multi-channel shop. Let me give you my experience. When I was shopping for a Digicam in 2002, it's very easy, very short path to purchase. Okay, I saw a friend who was using a Casio XLM, very thin, very classy camera. I wanted it. I asked him where he bought it. It was Complink. They were the distributor. So I went to Complink, and that was it. Got my camera. This year, when I bought a backup to my DSLR, what did I do? Okay. Went to Facebook, asked my friends, what's a great camera to get? A point and shoot. So got a lot of answers on that. When I decided on, okay, I'm going to stick with the Pentax because I have a Pentax, I looked at their website. I looked at the Pentax forum website to get opinions on current owners, what they thought about the cameras. I looked at local websites as well, like Digital Photographer Philippines and Pinoy Photography. Once I decided on the model, I looked at Vendor, their online shop, which is Camera House. I also looked at eBay Philippines to compare prices. I also visited Multiply, again to compare prices. And of course, I went to the shop to check out the camera. And eventually, I got another brand. So, go figure. Right? So we are aware that people are multi-channel shopping all the time, but we wanted a deeper understanding. The key questions. who is doing multi-channel shopping? Now, what are the motivations for doing such? Are there different kinds of multi-channel shoppers? What purpose do different channels serve? And how do multi-channel shoppers shop different product categories? Our head office actually did a massive research program in 3 countries, the US, UK, and France. It involved and covered 10 channels, ranging from the store, web, mail order, so on and so forth. It covered 20 product categories, from cell phone service providers to banking services, to hotels, resorts, pet supplies, real estate. And it had 5,609 respondents. Headlines of this research. Almost everyone in these countries is a multi-channel shopper. 86% regularly use more than one channel. The multi-channel shopper is a highly engaged shopper. Okay? Someone whom we consider a light multi-channel shopper spends about 13 hours researching durables, like washing machines. A heavy multi-channel shopper, on the other hand, spends 27 hours researching the product. Okay? While multi-channel shoppers share some common traits, there are different types of multi-channel shoppers we saw. There are 6 key drivers of multi-channel shopping based on this research. It's price-based, so it's low price, going up to premium. It's being list-driven to being more exploratory. And it's habitual to more bargain hunting. Okay. Within the 6 key drivers, we saw 6 shopping archetypes. Okay. In the low price or the price-driven categories or factors, we saw 2 shopper archetypes. It's the strategic saver and the dollar defaulter. So who are these? Let's just explore them a bit. The strategic saver's mantra is, I shop around to find the best prices before making a purchase. Okay, so the strategic saver is a price hunter. She's a brand switcher, a bulk buyer, very budget-minded, and very diligent in shopping. The dollar defaulter, on the other hand, her mantra is, price is the most important consideration in choosing a brand. I look for the least expensive alternative when shopping. So these are the people who are very price-driven, who buy house brands or private label brands. They do not care about brands, actually, and they are a no-frills shopper. Okay, moving to other sectors of the key factors, we saw 2 other archetypes, opportunistic adventurer and the efficient sprinter. The opportunistic adventurer is someone who says, I really enjoy hunting for great bargains and deals. Shopping for them is a chore. So, in and out, quick, tapos. Okay? They are task-oriented, list-driven, they are time savers, they are convenience-motivated, and they are the shortcut shoppers. Okay. Lastly, in the premium segment, we saw the savvy passionistas and the quality devotees. The savvy passionista says, half of the fun of shopping is finding things I didn't expect to find. Okay? I pay attention to the latest trends. Okay? The shopper is a big spender. It's a trend seeker, a prestige-oriented shopper, very experiential, and a brand enthusiast. The last one is a quality devotee. The most important thing when shopping is to buy a product that is high quality. I mean, marketers will love this guy. Right? He's very brand loyal, he's premium focused, very discerning, an informed buyer, and uncompromising. Okay, just to summarize, these are the 6 archetypes. I'm sure even us, locally, we belong to one archetype or the other. And sometimes the same person could be different archetypes, depending on what he or she shops for. Okay. So the question still remains, why do people do multi-channel shopping? Okay. Well, we developed a model called the risk and reward model, which explains this in a bit. We look at 2 dimensions. Okay. Dimension of reward, perceived reward, and dimension of risk involved in buying an item. The higher the risk and the higher the reward, or the perceived reward a shopper has, the more multi-channel shopping he does. products that are low risk and low reward, for example, like laundry detergent, wouldn't get too much multi-channel shopping, and that makes sense. High risk but low reward items or services like banking, would get a fair amount of multi-channel shopping. Books, although low in risk, they give you personal high reward. So again, you do more multi-channel shopping in such a category. And at the top end of the spectrum, designer clothing, very expensive, but then again, you get very good rewards, very personal rewards from that. So just as an example, high risk, high reward categories are like cell phone service providers, durables, automobiles, real estate. That gets a high amount of multi-channel shopping. Moderate multi-channel shopping happens with facial skincare, QSRs, packaged organic goods. And very low multi-channel shopping happens with oral care, feminine protection, and household cleaning products. Another way of looking at this is if you put an emotional layer on the risk and reward model, you get categories that fall either into routine, burden, passion, or entertainment. Again, going up to the passion segment, you get more multi-channel shopping. Which categories are considered routine? Obviously batteries, laundry detergent, fem care, toothpaste. Categories which you would consider a burden to shop, but you need a lot of info to make a right decision. So these are washing machines, MP3 players, computers, car insurance. I mean, no one really enjoys shopping for car insurance, but you need a lot of information in that. So you rely more on multi-channel shopping. Passion categories, of course, get a lot of multi-channel shopping. SUVs, PDAs, vacation destinations, toys, pet supplies. And a moderate amount of multi-channel shopping happens when you're searching for cereals, shoes, greeting cards. And depending on the product category, different shopper archetypes dominate. And this just validates the risk and reward model. For leisure and fashion, the most dominant archetype is the savvy fashionista, who does a lot of multi-channel shopping, followed by the opportunistic adventurer, which again does a lot of multi-channel shopping. For consumer packaged goods, very minimal in terms of multi-channel shopping, because you have the efficient sprinter and the dollar defaulter dominating that. Lastly, for durables, again, you have a high amount of multi-channel shopping, as this is dominated by the strategic saver and the quality devotee. Different channels play different roles when people go out and shop. To learn firsthand, they might rely on the physical store, house to house, or even telemarketing. For inspiration, they might run to, for example, traditional media, TV, radio, print, even catalogs. And to transact, there are a lot of options on how you want to transact, whether it's online, through coupons, or direct mail. The channels are also used in different phases of the shopping process. Once a shopper gets a trigger to start, he goes through a browsing phase, where he assesses the needs, gathers the ideas, learns a lot, as much as he can about the product, and considers options. So he uses, for example, catalogs, mailers, and TV. In the evaluation phase, he looks more at specialty magazines, window shopping, and even other catalogs. And for the actual purchase, there is, of course, mobile, there is telephone, or telemarketing, and there's the actual store. Throughout the shopping process or the path to purchase, the physical store and digital are always present. An example. When people set out to buy an automobile, what's the first destination? in terms of shopping. The path to purchase says they go to the web first. Okay, that's the first destination. As they get nearer and nearer to the actual purchase, it's the dealership which becomes more important. I mean, shopper purchase journeys now are complex and non-linear in the multi-channel landscape. And the key challenge for most retailers is really keeping the shoppers engaged across multiple touch points. Okay? And to effectively do that, it requires three lenses of insight. The first lens is actually the category. How is the category shopped? Second is the shopper. Okay, what shopper archetypes dominate the category? And the third is the channel. Okay, what is the role of the channel in the path to purchase of your shopper? Okay, which leads me to actually the second question, or the second subject in my talk. What then is the role of the physical store, right, in this new world? Right? Reports of the death of the retail store have been greatly exaggerated. Okay? The web, while often used, is not the preferred channel. Okay? This was a supplementary research we did in the US, 200 respondents. 50% said there are many products for which there is no substitute to going to the store itself and seeing the product in real life. Online alone just doesn't work. Only 17%, and this is the US, only 17%. If I could do all my shopping online and never go into a store, I would prefer to do that. Again, 43% said I would like to touch and feel a product before buying it, versus just 23% who said a store's website is already a good substitute for going into the store itself. Okay. Physical stores are the best, really, still, for the tangible and the emotional. In some aspects, okay, like stimulating me, providing me with an enjoyable experience, taking care of any problems in my purchase, ability to experience what the brands they sell are really like. The store is way ahead versus digital. Okay. Actually, the digital store and the real store, okay, they are more or less equal in terms of providing product and purchase information, product news ideas, and convenience. On the more cognitive end, the web is better in terms of researching and comparing, and price checking. On the more emotive end, the stores are better in terms of delivering the product experience, post-purchase service, keeping the consumer informed about the intricacies of the sale, gaining trust, confidence, and reassurance, and entertainment and the feeling it provides. Okay. Shoppers are now looking to stores to deliver what the web cannot. I mean, nothing beats smelling, okay, the smell of freshly baked bread and actually tasting it. Okay, they see retail stores now as places to gather and socialize with peers. Apple's very good with this. I mean, special interest groups, creative groups. I mean, they will go to Apple in an instant. They enjoy going to stores that ask them to participate and learn. Fully Booked is a local example. It's, again, a gold standard for me. Okay, they do invite a lot of hobbyists, special interest groups to their store to learn more. Okay. Shoppers go to retail stores for real, unique experiences. There is a restaurant in Maginhawa Street, in Quezon City, which is called Van Gogh's Bipolar. Okay. The actual owner is bipolar. Right? And this restaurant's a bit quirky. It's not open every day. You have to call. Okay. When you get there, you're not sure if you're going to be served. Okay. You place your order on the counter. You hope that they will take your order, and you wait. And people go back because, again, it's a different experience, right? It's a unique experience. And we have seen that unique, powerful experiences drive brand loyalty. Okay. I'll end my talk with two video case studies, okay, from a brand that really knows how to deliver a brand experience both online and offline, and they do it very seamlessly. Okay, and this is Nike. You may have seen this. This is a old case study. When Nike opened its flagship store in Fukuoka, Japan, they set up an in-store application. Okay, when you enter, your picture is taken, Okay, and the colors of your clothes are actually applied on a pair of sneakers. Okay, you get a printout, okay, a sticker of that sneaker, and you can actually buy the sneaker, order the sneaker on the third floor.
まもなく開演です。ロビーにおられるお客様はホールにお入りくださいませ。
Ladies and gentlemen. Now, are you ready for Fresh Course Break? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sorry, let me interrupt. I'll play it off the master file. Yes, my computer is old. Yeah.
まもなく開演です。ロビーにおられるお客様はホールにお入りくださいませ。
Ladies and gentlemen. Now, are you ready for Fresh Course Break? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right. The last case study I'm showing again is on Nike. This is a Facebook application they launched this month. Okay. And for anyone who has ever played with trading cards, it's the same mechanics. Okay. You join the app, you open the app, you get 3 designs, okay, of sneakers. The designs are based on all the sneaker designs Nike has ever done, okay, since they launched. And you can trade those 3 sneakers with other users. Okay. Once you get the sneaker that you want, okay, you've ever dreamed of, you can actually buy the sneaker from the app.
In Japan, Nike is the challenger, trailing behind the big Japanese brands. Local consumers don't have the same depth of connection to the brand. We wanted to change that, so we went back to where it began. No celebrities or big media spend, nothing but really cool shoes. Lots of them, 10,000 to be exact. We took every model of shoe ever produced by Nike and built a social app for consumers to engage and let them dive into a history like no other. People can hunt for or battle with their friends to get their favorite shoes. Each shoebox has its own magic moment when you first open it to reveal the shoe. Over 180,000 shoes were unlocked in the first month. People can then trade with other users online from all over the world in both Japanese and English. With ongoing monthly trades continuing at over 12,000 per month. Trade partners can also become friends. All of this has provoked lots of sharing, at an average rate of 1,000 times each day. Users who got a hold of the rare vintage shoe they've always wanted could then buy direct from within the social app. Nike Shoebox.
All right, that's basically it. If you want to know more, maybe just call me on anything. Lot of betting tips. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Ben. Round of applause. Okay, now we're going to have the question and answer portion. Please take a seat at the table. I hope you guys learned something new. I learned that I think I am a dollar defaulter and an efficient sprinter. Do you have any questions for Ben from the audience? Any questions at all? Please do feel free to appreciate the microphones. They're all over the place. Are you gonna question, sir? No? Okay. Let me start things off. The last case study. Okay. How did they determine that they wanted to pull off that sharing app? Obviously, I think they were targeting the savvy fashionista kind of target market. But how did they come up with that kind of it sounds a bit kind of complicated compared to other campaigns.
But it stems from, and taking off from the previous presentation, it stems from an insight. In Japan, trading cards are very popular. Of course, they feature baseball players. Okay, so they latched on to that familiarity, okay, with trading cards and applied it on to Nike products. Also, I think everyone knew that people were getting nostalgic about the retro Nike designs, so they put that in as well.
Okay. It looks like a lot of people are just getting into online. They feel like it's the next step. But what now for the retail stores? I mean, the brick and mortar stores. What if you just want to have that as your business model? Will you be able to survive that? I mean, there are businesses out there, like for example, Green Hills. They're a big changge. I'm sure they're not online, but they do very well. Lots of people come in and they still shop. So what's your take on that?
Well, my opinion on that is Green Hills will survive, even if it's not online, because they provide a very distinct experience. Right? I mean, Filipinos want a bargain. I mean, we see ourselves really as very cool bargain hunters. Okay? And Green Hills meets that. No? And it's a very convenient location. I mean, you don't have to drop to like Binondo, right, to get the bargain. So that will survive.
We have a question here from the audience.
Hi, I'm Maisie from San Miguel. I was just wondering, we've been seeing all these case studies of out-of-the-box ideas to execute digital campaigns, especially to generate sales. I'm not sure, just if you have any tips for companies in terms of how to get the ball rolling and so to speak, like how do we start something innovative and be able to sustain it? Because I think some people are afraid it might be just a fad. You generate like temporary loyalty from your customers, and then after a promo's been executed, suddenly they just stop buying or they stop purchasing from you. So how do you make sure that it's sustained, given that trends are also like very quickly developing into something else, especially digital is quickly evolving, it's always changing. So how do we make sure that we are able to keep up with that?
All right, thanks for the question. I'd go back to the very basic. Okay? Go back to the consumer insight, or in our case, the shopper insight, because that will not change. No? Well, not in the next 3 to 5 years anyway. Okay, if your digital platform or your digital promo is based on that, it will be relevant.
All right, thank you.
Okay, any more questions out there? I was curious again, you said that Filipinos are characterized as being savvy bargain hunters, but it looks like the end the end goal for most of the people in the room is to get them to transform into the, what did you call it? The person who's just a big spender, who just splurges, who hears about something online, just goes there and buys. So in general, what do you tell your clients and saying what do you tell them the proper approach is to convert the savvy spending Filipino into the big spender that they want?
Actually, there is no one formula for that, right? It really depends on the category. For me, the key is really giving them the information that they need, okay, to make a knowledgeable choice, right? I'm sure all our products, the products we're marketing, have their pluses and cons, right? So make sure that the consumers, your target shoppers, get the pluses, get what is really unique about your product.
Okay, I think we have a question over here.
Hi, I am Mara from Unilever, and my question actually would be about brands that are considered part of the FMCG industry, where, as you mentioned in a chart earlier, there are a lot of our brands that are more of on routine. So my question would be, given that we are trying to build this e-commerce online, what opportunity do you see for routine brands like us that, like you said, it's still developing or it's more dependent in store? Is there an opportunity you see for us right now where maybe we can invest in or look more closely into for multi-channel shopping?
Okay, free advice. You do know that we handle P&G in the Burnett, but that's fine. Okay. In terms of FMCG products, the thing I see there is really building loyalty. Okay, you can use digital to build loyalty for that. In the actual purchases, that's still happening in the real stores, right? In the physical stores, mostly in sari stores, really. Okay, but if you want to build a long-term relationship, meaning that's something that's really bulletproof against price, example, then I think digital is an opportunity.
Okay, last question from me. You did say that brick and mortar can survive without digital, but a lot of businesses are opening, are trying to get into digital. Do you think it might be forced for some of the sectors out there?
Again, it depends on which sector. But if it is,
which sector do you think?
No, well, if your category, for example, if your product has a path to purchase that is heavily into digital, okay, then yeah, you should have a digital presence. Okay, kung hindi naman, then why waste your money on that? Then spend more on in-store.
Okay. No more questions from the audience. Please, a round of applause for Mr. Ben Reyes.